Brianna is with us in Orlando. Hi, Brianna. How are you?
Hi, Dave. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How about you guys?
Better than we deserve. What's up?
I was calling because my husband and I were recently talking about our finances and whether or not we should pay our medical bills first or take care of the credit card debt and things of that such. And he mentioned that we don't need to pay the medical bills because they are going to fall off in 7 years. And I was like, well, I don't really think that's true. So we were debating on that, and I was like, well, let's just call Dave. And he's like, great.
Great. Great.
Oh, terrific.
I'm taking you to the principal's office. Great. Okay, well, the answer is yes and no, okay?
Yes.
The medical bills, the debt does not go away in 7 years. You still owe it morally and legally. And they still can pursue you after 7 years. What the 7-year mark is, the yes part is, it does come off of your credit bureau report if there's been no activity on it for 7 years. Any credit that is at activity, it restarts the 7-year clock. But all credit, good and bad, comes off of your credit bureau report after 7 years, except a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which stays on 10 years. But that does not mean that you don't owe the money. And it does not mean that they can't come after you legally. And it does not mean they won't hassle the crap out of you or the stupid thing pop back up in some way just about the time you're trying to buy a house or something. So you do need to take care of them.
Okay.
How old are they?
Well, just about 2 years. They're from when
so we're talking about we're going to sit around on our butts for 5 years and hope they disappear? Bad plan, yeah. Okay. So how much debt is there? How much medical debt is there?
$3,500.
Oh, it's nothing. What do you guys make?
Yeah, $55 a year. $55,000 a year.
Okay.
So it's tight. We're also paying $16,000 on student loan debt. We've got a little bit in a credit card. So we're just also trying to look into buying a home for our family, and we're growing. So, yeah. And I'm a stay-at-home mom and just want to help in some way. So I thought the best thing I could do is just kind of start tackling all this stuff. So,
okay. All right. So here's what the two of you need to sit down tonight, put the kids to bed, and you're going to have a better dream than you've got. Your dream for your life is awfully small, and I want you to dream a little bigger.
Okay.
Because you and I both know you're too broke to buy a house anytime soon.
Yeah. We're in a one-bedroom right now, and we were trying to do the live like no one else so we can live like no one else, but the kids just keep getting bigger, and we can't.
Yeah. So now what you've got to do is you have to get real serious about it, and it's not just cutting your lifestyle. It's now getting on a written budget and making every dollar behave, listing these debts smallest to largest, attacking them in that order, and he needs to be on board about that too. Right now, it's just you doing it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I can feel it. You're carrying the weight of it. You're the one trying to get this car started, and he's going, well, it does not pay the bill. They'll go away. So he's going to be looking at some extra work, and you're going to be looking at some extra work in and around you being at home with the kids. I don't know what that is. It could be something you can do while they're napping or something else. There's all kinds of ways to create income. Ken, what are some of the best ways you've seen people create income in a stay-at-home situation like that?
Well, we saw through the pandemic, Dave, a lot of jobs that bubbled up where they were all remote. And so now with the little ones, that does present some challenges, but it depends on the type of work. If it is customer service work, when she's on the phone with people and the kids may be going crazy, that would not work per se. However, if it's data entry or a lot of women are making really good money, Dave, now as remote executive assistants. And so they can do a lot of scheduling, a lot of things over email. I start to look at things like that for a stay-at-home mom where there are 4 or 6 hours, maybe even steal 2 or 3 hours a night once the babies are in bed. Now, that is going to be tiring. But on the other side of this is freedom.
Stuck in a one-bedroom with bills hanging over your head's tiring, too.
Yes, it is. And, boy, that'll motivate you. to work those hours. Because then you start to go, why am I working all these crazy hours? To get out of this one bedroom, to get out of this paycheck to paycheck living that is so stressful.
Because here's the thing. What you're describing to us, Brianna, is $20,000 changes your life.
That's correct.
You'd be debt free.
Yeah. Now, I'm just going to use this as an
$20,000, okay?
Yeah.
That's a part-time job for 1 year.
Right. He makes 55, I believe she said.
She did.
Okay, so just to give you an example, Walmart right now, Dave, is advertising nationally on this. They're paying truck drivers starting at $90,000 to $110,000 a year driving a truck. Now, I'm not saying that's his career and his long-term life, but I'm saying, okay, what could we do for a year or 2 years to radically change our future? And this is the hottest job market we've ever been in. So yes, we want to reduce expenses. We want to get on a budget. But what could he do to get serious to say we're going to change our family tree and raise his income from 55 to 75 to 85? If she can make 15 to 20, as you said, all of a sudden.
1 year, you're free.
1 year.
Not 5. With a thing hanging over your head later and coming back and getting you.
100%. And if he's sitting in front of me right now, I'd tough love him. I'd say, look, bro, in 2 months or less, I could show you how to pay off that $3,500 medical bill in 2 months. 2 months of extra work.
Yeah, you can deliver pizza. You're done.
Walmart and Target are paying all shifts starting at $20 an hour. Amazon offering $20 an hour. Fulfillment centers all over the place. And listen, if you have a pulse, they'll hire you.
Yeah.
So the entry levels, what I'm trying to say is realistically.
Even the pulse is questionable.
I knew as soon as I said that. And you know what? If you've been to Walmart late at night, hey, all right, never mind. But here's the point. There is an opportunity right now to go to work.
Yeah.
And Gazelle intensity includes working a lot of hours. We talk to couples. We talk to individuals all the time on that debt-free stage over there.
But that's the dream. See, the dream is $20,000 gets you out of debt. Another $10,000 is your emergency fund. Now we're saving for a house. So right. $20,000 gets you out of debt. $20,000 more gets you in an emergency fund and a down payment.
Yeah, and then before you know it, we funded our kids' future.
Yeah, and now we've changed our family tree, and now we have a legacy. So, but that and then and when you think like that, your whole spirit, your body, everything raises up, and you have a different view, and then you go, 3,500. Is holding me back.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
That's
it's
right.
not 350,000. It's 3,500. But what that tells me is when that's overwhelming you, that you're not above it. You're laying under it.
Isn't it true?
And so there's this perception thing.
Yeah,
and that's hope.
That's exactly right. You know, I think of. I remember a few years ago, Dave, my kid went to a youth group event at church, and they had this mud run. And at one point, he stepped in this really deep area of mud, and I was watching and laughing. My wife's like, go help the kid. I'm like, no, he's got to figure it out. But the point was, I watched my son, Dave. He got stuck for a moment. And just like this financial stuckness we're here on this call, what he's doing is, all he's doing is looking around him. He's always thinking is, I'm stuck, and this is awful, and I'm embarrassed, and whatever a kid thinks of in that moment. And that's what you're talking about. It's like, oh, we're month to month, and oh, we'll just have to put the bills off, blah, blah. That's looking around ourselves when we're stuck as opposed to looking up going, okay, who can help me? Is there a limb I can grab? And Financial Peace University and the budget and the baby steps are that helping hand to where you can essentially pull yourself out. That's what you got to be focused on is how do I get out, not, oh, I just got to stay alive.
Yeah. Hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Yeah.
But when desire comes, it is the tree of life. It's the difference. It really is the difference. And so when you set a really nice, big, fat, juicy dream and you do it in high definition, HD, lots of clarity on what the dream smells like, what it feels like, what it touches, the way it looks, the way other people see it, then all of a sudden everything starts to move for you. And that's what's going on here, Brianna. That's what's going on.